welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Really do appreciate it as always. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. So the media, the media is going to have another meltdown. Look, as we know, we've talked about it. I'm sure you've seen it elsewhere. It's everywhere. The media, they're working really, really hard on making Paige Bueckers a thing, making Paige Bueckers the it girl. As we all know, Cailin Clark, or I should say, Paige Bueckers was Cailin Clark before Cailin Clark was Cailin Clark. Are you following me? And then I guess she changed her name to Paige so they wouldn't have the same name and everyone, and get them confused. And I guess that made people forget about Paige Bueckers. No, wait. It wasn't that. It was the injury. That's right. It was the injury. I mean, she was this highly touted recruit that everyone wanted. She went to UConn, and Gino Ariema, the guy who said that you're stupid and delusional if you think Cailin Clark is going to have a good rookie year, and Paige Bueckers is better suited for the WNBA than Cailin Clark. Yeah, she went to play for that guy, was player of the year as a freshman, despite the fact that Cailin Clark had significantly better numbers with less talent around her, but that's a whole nother issue. So she was player of the year as a freshman. She was Clark before Clark. But somehow, according to the Mensa level intelligence of L. Duncan, it was an injury that made the millions and millions of adoring Paige Bueckers fans forget all about her because, see, in the bizarro world of L. Duncan, if Paige hadn't gotten injured, she would be the star right now, not Cailin Clark. Yes, she said it. I did a video on some other clips when she was talking about Cailin and Paige the other day, and she did actually say that Paige would be the star. So look, we all know they've been working hard since the college season started. They really desperately want Paige Watkins or Juju Bueckers, or both, to be the one who replaced Cailin Clark. But they don't have it. And again, when I did my tongue-in-cheek Juju video, which is really more of an indictment of the media than it was Juju, I got, of course, responses saying, "Oh, why are you hating on Juju?" I'm not hating on Paige or Juju. This is about the media. This is about the old guard of the WNBA, simply out of hatred and jealousy for Cailin Clark, putting all of this on Paige and Juju. But look, Paige and Juju don't put butts in the seats. Side note, yes, I know I reversed their names. I did that on purpose because basically it doesn't matter, does it? But look, they don't put butts in the seats. They don't draw Beatles-like crowds to watch them play golf. You cannot astroturf these things. Cailin Clark is organic. Speaking of, I know, kind of a long intro, but I rather enjoyed that. There's a young lady, and it is relevant. There's a young lady playing at Notre Dame who is getting more and more attention, not just for how well she's playing, but I think she's developing a growing fan base. A little motion, dare I say. And the media is going to hate that, and we will dig into that more in a bit. But if you don't know, and you're seeing it play here, I'm referring, of course, to Hannah Hidalgo, a name that for some reason, I don't know, Hidalgo, it will always have me think we're talking about a character in an upcoming prequel to The Princess Bride. I don't know why. I don't know. My name is Hannah Hidalgo. You off to my father. Prepare to die. Anyway, Hannah Hidalgo, H squared, as we call her, double H, the assassin from the shooter, Hannah the Hellraiser Hidalgo. There we go. If you've seen her play, it makes sense. She has the kind of fiery passion most fans love. when they watch their athletes, the players that they root for play. It's very reminiscent of Caitlin Clark playing lawn darts for bragging rights at the cookout. And Cailin is now allowed at the cookout. If you know, you know. But look, back to Hannah. She lit up Paige and UConn last night. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 8 of 17 from three. I mean, from the field, 6 of 11 from three. Who does that remind you of? Who does that stat line sound like? And look, don't get it twisted. I'm not putting them in the same universe right now. I'm just talking about something that's building. She is a sophomore. She is a sophomore. That was her game against UConn. I wish I had like sound effects when I said that. It would sound so much more impressive. Uh, you know, um, I mean, here's her season right now in only 10 games, 25 points, 4 freaking steals, 7.1 rebounds, 3.8 assists, effective field goal percentage of 52.4, shooting 42.6% from three. Here are the 2 career games against UConn, averaging 31.5 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.5 steals, 68% total shooting percentage, has outplayed Paige Bueckers. And fans are starting to appreciate her game and the personality she shows. Like I said right there when I kind of, went off the deep end about Caitlin Clark playing lawn darts, she's got that fire. She's fiery. She's a fiery 5'6" spark plug, 6'9" with the hair. Zach, relax. It's from a movie. It actually didn't say hair, but major points, if you can name it, in the comments below. But of course, it's never that simple, is it? Welcome to the intellectual dark ages. So first, we have this. And by the way, I'm like not really an X guy. I mean, I think I have like fewer than 400 followers. It's not really my thing on X. So, 112 likes for something I put out, something that gets more than 100 views, that's a pretty big deal. So I guess this resonated with some people. I said, wait until the WNBA peeps realize a lot of Caitlin Clark fans have embraced Hannah Hidalgo. Little typo there. I got the L in the wrong place. Their tiny little brains will explode. And that's, of course, because Hannah's a little more tan. But unfortunately, there is always something. And as you can see below, I didn't know any of this stuff as to why, but this, sent to me. There's a women's sports meltdown going on. I don't know who the heck Sarah Spain is, but frankly, I'm mad at HH, not just for trash opinions, but for ruining the joy I'd otherwise feel watching her ball. Such a disappointment. By the way, that sounds, well, anyway, I won't get into that. But so that's one, and that came from this is a response to Sarah as well. Agreeing with you. Yeah, this 100% is a lifelong Notre Dame fan. It's hard to cheer this year. And someone said, last I checked, Notre Dame is a Catholic institution. Not sure what you were watching. She plays with Pure New York, uses her positive emotions to fire up her teammates. She also does in practice without cameras. She gives all the glory thanks to God and always mentions her teammates. I'm a lifelong ND fan and alum and love HH. And does anyone know for sure when he's saying pure NY? Is he saying New York? Because, hey, Hannah's from Jersey, folks. I'm just saying. Now, apparently, what this is about, now I'm not really going to dig into this too much, some other than it's always something, right? It's always something because now they'll say, oh, this is why she's attracting all these fans. They're the same fans as Caitlin Clark. They hate this, they hate that, the ists and the obes and phobes and all this other nonsense. Apparently, the reason that she is not liked, not very well liked, which you also see here, Mrs. No, G's allowed is really one tonight. Apparently, Hannah Hidalgo is a Christian which we can't have in 2024. Now we can have fake Christian athletes who do like the pointing at the sky and say all that, and all that stuff after games that don't actually, talk about Christianity or live their lives that way. But apparently Hannah does, and and that is a problem. So brace yourselves if you get into watching and supporting Hannah Hidalgo. Now, it won't get as bad because, again, no one is Caitlin Clark in terms of her motion and her fandom. So you're not going to see the WNBA get completely upended in that regard. But, brace yourselves, take a nap, get some rest, because you'll probably have to still put up with the same exhausting nonsense. It's just that they moved the goalposts a little bit and they're going to complain about something else. And they're going to say that's why the fans like her, unfortunately. But look, shout out to Hannah Hidalgo and the way she's been playing. She's on fire at Notre Dame. It's good to see. This is how, by the way, it's not all the other crap we're seeing. This is how you grow games. It's how you grow sports. And you know what? It takes a long time, and it takes sometimes generations. Real quick, let me digress. If you go back to, the story of Larry and Magic saved the NBA and how they were struggling, and in the 70s, even, the finals were on tape delay at night and all that. Well, think about that. When did Magic and Bird come in? Was it 80, 81? Right? 80, 81, right in there. The NBA had already been around for a long, long time, and they were struggling then. And of course, they did it without, a sugar daddy like the WNBA has. These things take time, sometimes generations when you're trying to build something like this. Again, I go back to look what MLS did with soccer, and they're still, despite tons of progress, a long way away from being, the NFL or, well, I won't say the NBA. They're sliding into irrelevancy, but it's not easy. And you need organic development and popularity of players like Caitlin Clark, of players like Hannah Hidalgo. And look, to be fair, I know I give it a hard time more because of the media, not the players themselves. But yeah, I mean, even Paige and Juju have their fans. It's minuscule compared to Caitlin Clark, but then whose isn't? Even in a lot of other sports. But I'm going to leave it there right now. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Let me know if you've watched any of Hannah Hidalgo, what you think of her game. Are you watching any college ball? I haven't even really gotten to that and like how the ratings have been affected without Caitlin Clark there and what's going on there. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for checking out this video. Really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you later.